Would I recommend a Riu property? Well, in this video, I am reviewing for the very first time a Riu brand. I'm staying here at the Riu Ventura. It is a brand new, family-friendly, all-inclusive resort, and you guys are always asking me for those budget-friendly options, so that's why I came here. But there's definitely some things you need to know before booking this resort. So in this video, I'm going to give you all of the pros, all of the cons, so you can decide for yourself if this resort is right for you. The first major pro of this resort is its location. It is located in the hotel zone, which is one of my favorite areas, and it's only around 20 minutes from the Cancun airport, depending on traffic. So that is a huge benefit if you are traveling with kids or with family. Now, I personally love staying in the hotel zone because it makes it really easy to go off the resort. So you're close to shopping and nightlife and other restaurants. So if you do like the idea of getting off the property a little bit, this location is ideal. And it's also really convenient if you are planning on doing excursions since it is centrally located. Now, to get to the resort from the airport, I always recommend using private transportation. I use Nacho Tours and I will put his information in the description below. Riu does offer a free shared shuttle, but that's only if you book directly through the resort. This resort is located on Playa Delfines, which is one of the best beaches in the hotel zone. It's also within walking distance of the famous Cancun sign if you are looking for good photo ops. Getting ready to arrive to the Riu Ventura. This is a brand new family resort. Not a lot of videos on it, so I'm going to bring you the honest review. Now let's talk about the check-in. And honestly, my expectations were kind of low because at some budget-friendly resorts, this process can be a nightmare. But I'm actually giving it a 10 out of 10. It was everything that you would hope and expect in a good check-in. From the moment I arrived, the staff was really friendly. They had welcome drinks available. The bellman helped me with my luggage and directed me straight to the check-in area. Now, I arrived on a Tuesday around 12:30, which is not peak arrival time, so there were absolutely no lines, and I was able to check in immediately. One note, if you are a Riu class member, they do have a separate check-in line for that. And another thing to note is there's no club level here, which I personally like because everyone staying at the resort is essentially having the same experience, and you don't have that feeling of missing out if you didn't upgrade. Now, two important tips. One is join the Facebook fan group, and I will link the one I joined in the description because it had so much useful information, and people did mention that during peak arrival times, check-in wait times can be long. So that's definitely something to keep in mind when deciding on booking dates. And two, download the Riu app because you can actually check in online before you arrive, which I didn't even realize you could do, but this is such a great feature and something I wish more resorts would do. Now let me show you the room. One of the main reasons I chose the Riu Ventura is because they offer a 2-bedroom option, which is really hard to find at some resorts. And when you're traveling with a group, especially if it's not couples, like when you're traveling with your adult kids, like I was in this trip, this makes a huge difference. Hola! We made it to the Riu Ventura. We are in room 0466. I'm going to give you a room tour. This is a 2-bedroom friends and family suite. I can't wait to show you. Let's go. I'll do a full room tour in a separate video and just do a quick overview here. But I do want to mention that I paid for this room myself, so this is not a sponsored stay. But these 2-bedroom rooms are very popular and tend to sell out. So if you are considering staying here, I'm also going to share some great booking options at the end of the video. Now, I was in a corner room, which gave me a little extra space in the entryway. And not only does this room have 2 bedrooms, but it also has 2 bathrooms. So right when you enter, there is the bathroom area. And I love that everything was really fresh and clean since it is a newer resort. Another big plus is that the bathrooms and showers are separated from the bedroom area. And that's actually a huge pet peeve of mine. I've even skipped staying at other resorts because the bathrooms were not separated like this. I also loved the bathroom layout. It had the double sinks and rainfall shower. I did find myself wanting more counter space, but they have a shelf underneath that you can put things. Another tip is you might want to bring your own shampoo and conditioner. It does have budget-friendly toiletries. So the shampoo also doubled as the body wash, which would be fine for kids, but for me, I definitely wished I had packed my own. The room has a mini fridge with Pepsi products. I know that's important for some people to know, and beers that they restock every 2 days. There's also an in-suite bar, which is a really nice perk, especially for a budget-friendly resort. And it has a coffee maker. But one thing it doesn't have is snacks in the room. And I know how important this is when you are traveling with kids. So I have an amazing tip for this at the end of the video in my final thoughts. Now for the layout, 1 bedroom has 2 queen beds and a pull-out sofa. And the second bedroom has a king-size bed. So this room is ideal for groups, families, even multi-generational families. And of course, my favorite part is the view. Just that beautiful turquoise ocean water, and both bedrooms have their own patio area outside. The room is clean daily, and the housekeepers did an immaculate job. And not all budget-friendly resorts provide daily housekeeping, so this is definitely a huge pro. And they even did fun little touches like making animals out of the towels. But one huge downside, and this actually shocked me, is that there is no room service here. So I'm not sure if that's a Riu thing or just specific to this property, but it's definitely something to keep in mind, because I know when I used to travel with my kids, ordering room service was always one of the highlights of the trip. Another great thing about this resort is they have swim up room categories, which is very unique in the hotel zone. So you can actually see them here and over there. I know so many families are looking for that when they travel. And since we're talking swim outs, let's go to the pools. This resort has 6 pools in total, which sounds like a lot, but one downside might be that they're on the smaller side. So you're not getting that one huge sprawling main pool that some of the larger all-inclusive resorts have. So instead, the pools are a little bit more compact and spread out around the property. So depending on what you prefer, this could be a pro or a con. Now, one huge pro is that out of the 6 pools, one is an adult-only rooftop pool, and I absolutely loved having that option at this resort. It's not a big pool, but you can see the ocean from it, and there's plenty of seating, and it's super chill there, and they also have a separate bar. The other pools are all family-friendly. One of them is a splash park for kids. Then they have another pool with a nice swim-up bar, an activities pool, and then off to the side, it's not adults only, but it definitely had a more quiet pool vibe, and I noticed more adults were hanging out over there. Now, this resort gets a 10 out of 10 for the pool activities. It's something Riu does very well, and the entertainment team here was amazing. So they have something going on all day long, starting around 10 a.m. It was very high energy, lots of fun, and geared towards all ages. So they had things like water aerobics, games, and water sports. And again, you can find the full daily schedule on that app that I mentioned. My favorite was the Coco Loco party, which happened the last day, actually right before I was leaving, but it did not stop me, of course, from being right in the middle of it. Now, one advantage of having smaller pools spread throughout the resort versus a larger main pool, which is maybe what you're looking for, is that there was plenty of seating. I never had a problem finding a lounger, and I really didn't see a huge chair game at this resort. I also loved how close the pools were to the beach, which makes it really easy to go back and forth, which is a huge pro for families. And this is a good time to mention, yes, they use towel cards, which is not my favorite, but very typical for a budget-friendly resort, and you only get 1 towel per card. Now let's take a look at the beach. And as I mentioned earlier in the video, Riu Ventura is located on Playa Delfines, which is considered one of the best beaches in the hotel zone. So you get that turquoise water, that soft white sand, really what people think about when they're going to Cancun. But one thing to note is that the waves and the ocean conditions can get pretty rough. So that's definitely something to consider, especially if you're traveling with younger kids or if everyone in your family is not a strong swimmer. In fact, during my stay, they had the red flags up every single day. Now, in terms of the sargassum issue, the hotel zone generally does not get it as heavily as some other areas in Cancun. Now, when I was there was a little bit, but I did see videos the following week where the beach was covered in it. And unfortunately, the sargassum issue in Cancun is very unpredictable, and it does seem to be starting earlier every single year, and it really can just change from day to day. Now, I did love how close the beach is to the pools and the main areas of the resort, so it's very easy to go back and forth throughout the day. And there's also plenty of lounge chairs with umbrellas, which is very important, and someone will come around and set those up for you. And just like at the pool, they have activities going on at the beach as well, like beach volleyball and soccer. Now, one thing I forgot to mention in the pool section is they do have servers that come around and bring you drinks. And I was actually really impressed with the service at the beach, especially for a more budget-friendly hotel. In fact, I thought the service was better than some luxury resorts that I've stayed at. So I loved the beach experience here. And if you follow me, you know that I love the beaches in the Cancun hotel zone. I just love how walkable the beach is. I love the color of the water. And I personally love the waves. But it's important to know that there are resorts lined all up and down the stretch of beach. So it can get busy and you will get approached by vendors. So it's maybe not as private as some people might prefer. Now let's get to the food, because this is the part everyone always wants to know about. And unfortunately, this was probably my least favorite part about this resort, but this was exactly what I was expecting going into this experience, because I've been to many budget-friendly all-inclusive resorts, and the food quality is usually the area where they tend to be a little lacking. So I went into this already knowing that. So you might just need to adjust your expectations a little bit, especially for the price that you're paying. And I would say that the food experience here was right on point for this price range. They have a main buffet that's open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I did love that you just walk right in. You don't have to check in or give your room number or wait to be seated. And there were definitely a lot of options at the buffet. They even had made to order stations, and I was always able to find at least something I could eat. But I will say after about 3 days, it did start to feel a little repetitive. For breakfast, the buffet is the only option. And for lunch, they still have the buffet open, but they also have a few small grills set up around the pool area. I actually had a hot dog there one day, which honestly wasn't too bad. Now, dinner is really where I feel like the main issue was. Again, that buffet is open for dinner, but they also have 6 a la carte restaurants, but it could sometimes be difficult to either get a reservation or the wait times to get into the restaurants were really long. So for instance, I really wanted to try the steak restaurant because that's the one that everyone was raving about, but both nights there was no reservation available. You can make reservations up to 3 days in advance, but you have to do that when you're already checked in. And since I was only staying there for a few nights, by the time I arrived, all the reservations were booked. Now, sometimes I could probably push a little bit, mention the channel, show them my analytics and things like that, but I really want to give you guys the real guest experience. And the reality is that when you come here, you might run into the same situation. Okay, so everyone always asks me about the food at an all-inclusive resort. One issue here definitely are the restaurants and the availability. So we just tried to get into the hibachi. It's 7 o'clock and they don't have any availability till 9 p.m. So the Italian restaurant was closed early last night. It's closed tonight. So these are all things you have to take into consideration for sure when booking this resort. So the first night for dinner, I actually ended up doing the buffet. And then the second night, I did the Mexican restaurant, which I would say was just okay. What I will say, though, is that the service at all the restaurants was really good. And the staff is amazing and super friendly. And that always makes the dining experience better. Now, when it came to the cocktails and drinks and bars, this actually exceeded my expectations for a budget-friendly resort. So the liquor selection was, of course, pretty basic, which is what you would expect at a budget-friendly resort. And if you follow me, you know I usually stick to either tequila or vodka, but at a budget-friendly resort, I always go with the vodka because I'm not really a big fan of the cheaper tequilas. But they also had a lot of different juicers and mixers, and I did have a pina colada one day, which was really good. And I just love that the bartenders were fun, experienced, and really friendly and fast. One night, I did have an espresso martini at the main lobby bar, which was really good. Now let's get to the activities, because this is an area where Riu definitely gets a 10 out of 10. There is always something going on here from morning to night with all kinds of activities for all ages. So during the day, the vibe was really high energy, which you know I personally love. They had pool games, fitness classes, and various types of activities. Now, as I mentioned earlier, definitely download the Riu app because it does show you the full daily schedule so you can easily see everything that's going on around the resort. And Riu is known for having great entertainment teams, and this resort was no exception. So the staff really keeps the energy going and does a great job of getting everyone involved. Beyond the organized activities, they do have a fitness center and a spa on property if you're looking for something a little bit more relaxing. And the one thing I thought was really cool is that this is a Riu party location, which means you can go to one of their sister resorts to attend one of the themed Riu parties. So one night I went to the white party just to check it out and give you guys an idea of what it's like, and it was really fun. They do themed decorations and face painting, and the shuttle that takes you over to the party is completely free. Now, for families traveling with kids, they do have a free kids club for ages 4 and up where you can drop the kids off, and they have supervised activities throughout the day. They also offer a few activities that are not included in the all-inclusive package, like a professional photo shoot right on the beach. And this was actually something I decided to do.
And I have to say, I think this is such a great option, especially for families. The photographers are right there on the beach, and getting those beautiful professional vacation photos is just something that can actually really be hard to organize when you're traveling, but they make it very easy here. And there's no obligation to buy the photos. You just go over to the gift shop and you can look through them and decide for yourself if you want to purchase them. Now, if you want to book excursions, you can do that at the resort, but a better option is to check out the link in the description where I've put my Cancun excursion shop. So this is a curated list of the top rated, most reviewed, most popular excursions in Cancun, including many that sell out. So if you're looking for snorkeling, cenote tours, catamaran trips, visiting Chichen Itza, it's a really great place to start when you're planning these activities outside the resort.
So this resort met my expectations exactly, kind of exceeded them a little bit too, and also fell short on some, which I will talk about. And I know I say this all the time in my videos, but if you are opting for a budget-friendly, all-inclusive resort, the food is usually the biggest downside. And I know people are gonna argue with me in the comment section. And again, food is very subjective, so it's hard to give a rating on, but in my experience, that is the case. Now, I will say I was surprised that they did not have room service. I don't think I've ever been to an all-inclusive resort that did not have that. So I don't know if that's a Riu thing. Maybe you guys can let me know in the comment section. And it could be a deal breaker for some families, because I know when I travel with my kids, that was a highlight, especially when they were preteens and teenagers. They loved going back to the room sometimes and ordering room service. Now, it certainly didn't affect me this trip because I really don't care about room service. I usually only order it so I can review it and tell you what the experience is like, but it's definitely something to keep in mind. The fact that it also did not have snacks could be an issue, but the tip that I wanted to give you is right across the street is a convenience store. So I definitely recommend going there, getting bags of chips. You know, they had pretty much everything and anything, and then bringing it back to the room. One thing that exceeded my expectations was the service and just the energy in general of the employees. Everyone was so happy and energetic. One standout was the beach service. She was working so hard. She was so fast. And I know I mentioned this already, but it was actually better than some beach service that I've had at luxury resorts. The thing I wanted to mention that I saw popping up in negative reviews is that it felt more like a hotel. Just wanted to remind you, this is in the hotel zone in Cancun, and most of the resorts in that area kind of feel that way. I personally love it because the hotels are very easy to navigate. It does not bother me that there are other hotels lined up on the beach, but it could bother some other people. So if you're looking for kind of that more resort feel or a bigger resort, then this resort will not be for you. I also love that it is a newer property because everything felt fresh and clean. And sometimes with new properties, you have to be cautious because when you get there, it can be a total nightmare. So they get you in with these amazing prices, but they have a lot of kinks to work out. I feel like I got there at the perfect time. Despite some of the things with the restaurants, I feel like everything else was running really smoothly. If you do have any other questions, just drop them in the comment section and keep following me at 3 Days and Tres Noches. If you are new to my channel, I bring you honest resort reviews, travel tips, and information, and show you can have an amazing vacation in a really short amount of time. You can also find me on Instagram and TikTok, and stay tuned for my next travels.